Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this my YouTube channel. My name is Barayem Baradun, and I appreciate the fact that you are here. Thank you very much. Now let's look at what is before us today. We are looking at logic. But before you look at this logic, I would like you to subscribe to this channel if you are not done so that we can study together and get the best out of our study. Also help us to share this video, like it, so that other people will also get access to this channel. Thank you very much. Now let's look at what is before us today. We are looking at logic in discrete mathematics. What is logic? Logic is the study of reasoning and argumentation. That is the definition of logic. Is the study of reasoning and argumentation. That is the definition of logic. When we talk about logic, we are talking about the study of reasoning and argumentation. It involves the use of logical operators to evaluate the validities of statements. That means what we say is that logic involves the use of logical operators. I will show us the logical operators in logic. And that logical operators, they are used to evaluate the validity of statement. So let's look at the logical operator. The logical operator are, we have the negation, which symbolized by this symbol is called negation, and it means not. When you see this symbol, know that it's not. That is the opposite. For example, we have not P. So the negation of P, that means simply that it's not P. That is what the negation means, not. So it's the opposite of the particular thing we are considering. That is what negation means, and this is the symbol of negation. And for example, you see that it's not P. It's showing that that is not P. That is showing the opposite of particular thing in consideration. That is what negation is all about, and this is the symbol. Then number two, we have the conjunction. These symbols simply mean the conjunction, and it's one of the logical operators, and it means and. The words is, we call it conjunction, but what it means, this symbol, it means and. For example, we see P and Q. This simply means and it's called conjunction in logic. And what it simply means is and. That means connecting two things together. That is what this particular symbol is all about. And then we have number three of the logical operator, which is disjunction. What is disjunction? Disjunction simply means or, and this is the symbol of disjunction. It simply means or. So example of it, you see in this case now we are considering P or Q. So this simply means or, and it's called disjunction in logic, and this is the symbol. So take note of it. Number four, we have the implication. The implication simply mean if then. This sign now simply mean what? If then. And you can see where I wrote it here. If then. If you are considering P or if then Q. P, if then Q. So this symbol simply mean if then. Then you see the number 51 of our logical operator, which is equivalent. Equivalent, see the symbol of equivalent. It means if and only if. This is the symbol, the equivalent. It means if and only if. For example, see P, if and only if Q. So this is the meaning. Just take note of this sign that we are considering, because we are going to use it in truth table. So thank you very much for following us studying today. Take note of it, and please, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, because we are really ready to study. Thank you as you do so. Now let's move on. Let's look at example of these operators on logical statement. Let's look at example of these operators on truth table in logic. But before we look at truth table, what is truth table in logic? What do you understand by truth table? Truth table is a mathematical statement used to evaluate the truth value of a logical statement. That's what truth table is all about. It's a mathematical statement that is used to evaluate the true value of a logical statement. That is what truth table is all about. So take note of it. Thank you. Let's move on. Let's look at the truth table, the example we have on truth tables. Okay, let's look at this example one on truth table. They say that we should construct the truth table of negation P and Q. We should construct the truth table of negation. This symbol simply means negation. We have already treated it in that first part. This symbol simply mean was negation. They say we should construct the truth table of negation P and Q. So how are we going to construct this truth table? For us to construct this table, we know what we are considering, and this is what we are considering: negation P and Q. This is what we are considering. So we know that in this case we have P. That is why I put P on one of his column. We have P column, then we have Q column, because we also have Q here. We have Q column, and that is the two major components in this phrase. We have the P and the Q. So based on truth table, we first start with what? Truth. Then you say fourth on the first column. Then the second column we start with what? Truth. Then fourth, truth. Fourth, don't forget this. This is a standard. It's a standard of logic. When solving logic, you may first start on the first column, truth, and fourth. Then on the second column, you will start with truth, fourth. It's a standard thing that we use in logic. So now we know that this is truth, and this is truth. This is fourth. This is truth. This is fourth. This is truth. This is fourth. Now we know that we have P and Q in this place, and what we are going to also consider is what? P and Q on special column. That's why I have P and Q on its own column too. That P and Q on its own column. Then we also have the negation of P and Q, the question that they give us, on its own particular column. So we are going to have 4 columns. Number 1, we have the P column. Number 2, we have the Q column. Number 3, we have the P and Q column. Then number 3, we have the entire column for this question they give us, which is negation of P and Q. So let's look at how to solve it. What does this mean? P and Q. That means if P and Q are truth, then the P and Q will be what? Will be truth. Will be truth also. Will be true. If this P and Q are true, then the P and Q here on this column will be truth. Then now P is truth, but Q here is what? Is false. So they are not truth. That means because they are not truth, will be false. Because they are not truth, will be what? False. Because two of them are not truth. Now we have false and truth. They are not still truth. We not still have truth here. Because they are not truth, it will become what? False. Then here we had false. Because they are not truth, this will become what? Still become false. Because this P and Q simply mean this and here is telling us that the two things in consideration, which is P and Q, two of them must be truth before it can be truth here. So that is why we have this one truth, it becomes truth, and this one truth, false become what? False, because they are not truth in each of the column. And this one truth, false truth, it becomes false because they are not truth on each of the column. And this one false, it becomes false because they are not truth of each of the column. Now let's come to this last column, negation of P and Q. What does it mean? When we talk about negation, I think you understand what I told us recently, that negation means what? Not. That means the opposite of this particular thing in bracket. This means the opposite of this particular P and Q in bracket. So the opposite of P and Q here is, you know that we have truth here. So the opposite of truth here is what? Because of this sign, it means not T. That means if it's not T, it will be what? If it's not truth, it will be what? False. Yeah, it's because of his fault here. So the opposite of fault is what? Will be truth. Yeah, because of his fault here, the opposite of truth will be what? Fault here, it will be what? Truth. Yeah, because it's fault here, the opposite of fault is what? Is truth. And that is how to solve the truth table of this question, negation of P and Q. Now let's look at another example 2. But before you look at this example 2, I will beg of you to subscribe to this channel so that you can study together. Thank you very much. Now let's look at example 2. Example 2, they say we should construct the truth table of P implies, remember this sign, what I told us recently, that this thing mean what? If then. So this is equal what? They say you should construct the truth table of P if then or implication. But actually is the meaning of this sign is what? If then. You should construct the table of P imply negation of what? P and Q. How are we going to construct this table? For us to construct the truth table of this question, let's look at the solution. You know that this P implied negation of P and Q is our question in consideration. So we find out each of the factor that we need to put it on a column, and we know that we have P here, so we put P on its own partial column. We also have Q. We put Q on its own partial column. Then we know that we have P and Q, so we put P and Q on its own partial column. Then we know that we have negation of P and Q, we put them on its own partial column, which is half here. Then we know that we have the entire question, which is P implied negation of P and Q, we put it on its own partial column. Now after doing that, now we have already put everything now we have in their own right parameter of each of their columns. So what we are going to do now, we know that the standard of logic is to start with what? Truth, false on the first column. Then the second column we put what? Truth, false, because this is the two things we are considering. This is the two alpha we have in this aspect. So we put the first column truth, false. The second column truth, false. Then now when we have put this thing already, because it's a standard thing we need to put, then you look at this, the third column. Say P and Q, and we know that P and Q is telling us that if P is truth and Q is truth, then it will be truth. But if two of them are not truth, it will become what? False. So here we have truth here, we have truth here. That's why we have become what? Truth. Here on the second row here we have truth here, but we have false here. Because this is false and this is truth, they are not truth all throughout. Because P and Q are not truth all throughout here, it becomes false. Yeah, because truth, we have false here and we have truth here. Because they are not truth all throughout, it becomes false. Here we have false here, we have false here. Because they are not truth all throughout, it becomes false. Then we are through with this column. Now let's come to not P and Q. That is the opposite of this P and Q. This thing mean was opposite of this P and Q. So that is what it means. Not, that is the opposite. So we have truth here in this aspect, in this P and Q. Because we have truth here, the opposite of truth is what? False. Here we have truth, false here. The opposite of false will become what? Truth, because of this sign. Then we have false here. The opposite of false will become what? Truth. Here we have false here. The opposite of false will become what? Truth. That means we are through with this column. Now let's come to the last one. Please pay attention to this last one. It said P implies not P and Q. What is this telling us? It's telling us that the major thing we are looking at is that if this not P and Q is truth, if this not P and Q is truth, then that means this will be truth. But even though we have false in P, but if not P and Q is truth, then it will be true. That is what this thing means. What our focus is on is that let this not P and Q be truth. If it's truth, then it will be what? Truth. Even though the other one is false, even though P is false. So let's look at number one. You know that P here is truth, but here is false. So because of that, it's become what? False. Because this our not a negation of P and Q is false, so it become what? False. Here we know that here we have truth and we have here truth. And actually this particular negation of P and Q here, this negation of P and Q here, which is this one, is truth in this place now. Because of that, this will become was truth. Because here the second, even though we have false here, but this particular negation of not P and Q is truth, then it will become what? Truth. Here we have false here, does not matter because of this negation of not P and Q is truth. So here become was truth. And this is how to solve this particular question in logic. Thank you very much. If you have any question on this logic that we have today, you can drop it on this comment section, and please try to subscribe to this channel so that we can study together and help the channel to grow. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the fact that you are here. God bless you. See you in our next video.